marry someone who's indirectly calling me ugly through their dog?
Is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama.
Hey guys, it's Sharon. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. I have officially set up my office, and for the first time in my life, after making YouTube videos for about, I don't know, 5 years maybe, I feel like a professional YouTuber. Took a while. Honestly, I haven't decided if I'm gonna film all my videos in here or back and forth between my room. I worked so hard on this wall that you guys voted for. I think it looks so cute, but for now we're gonna hang out in this room, especially for this video. I love to read a lot of confessions and secrets on my channel, right? And Reddit is notorious for stuff like that. So I've been wanting to react to some Reddit threads, and I have been so obsessed with one in particular called Am I the A-hole? We are gonna read some of these stories and we're gonna decide if they are or not. So if you want to see more videos like this, give us a thumbs up and your girl might turn it into a series. Make sure you're subscribed and your post notifications are turned on. And now let's get right into this story. So this first one says, am I the a-hole for canceling dinner and going home over something my boyfriend's dog, air quotes, did? Hi, I'll prepare this by saying that I, 25, female, have been seeing Michael, 31, male, for a while now. He's a really funny, a bit too sarcastic though, guy, and we pretty much get along well. We have been dating for 4 months. Michael likes the food that I cook and he wanted me to come to his house to cook him dinner and also meet his dog for the first time. I only saw him in pictures / videos. He's overprotective of him. What? How can you be overprotective of a dog? Like, I get if your dog isn't a people person, but like for you to be overprotective of your dog is kind of weird because you're treating this dog as if it were like a 5-year-old kid who just recently suffered from a divorce between their dad and their mom, not even like last week. That's the vibes that it's giving me, but okay, Michael, you know, we're not gonna judge you yet. To continue, I grabbed all I needed from the store and went over to his house. All went well. I met his dog, then we sat down to talk. Suddenly his dog started moving in a funny way. Michael was laughing while looking at me. I felt confused. I asked him what the dog was doing and Michael said that the dog was telling him about me.
What the dog doing?
You lost me, Michael. You truly lost me. I was like, okay. And then he flat out said that the dog thought that I was ugly? Excuse me? This shocked me completely. I looked at Michael and asked if he was serious. He started explaining that his dog is like that with some people and that I shouldn't get offended over an animal's behavior. This can't be real. Michael, I don't know how to tell you, but like, you got some issues. You need to get help because there is no way that your dog is telling you, yo, this girl's ugly. You need to dump her right now. She is not cute. This is literally Michael calling the girl ugly and speaking for the dog. Let's be honest. But okay, I felt horrible because I, as a person, always struggled with self-esteem and am no stranger to the word ugly. My issue wasn't with the dog, but with what Michael said. It's like he was indirectly giving his opinion about my looks and using his dog as an excuse. Absolutely. It sucks that homegirl was already insecure about her looks and then this man's dog is gonna call her ugly. Cry me a river, dude. First of all, I don't know who gonna tell him, but your dog cannot talk. Your dog literally cannot communicate to you, Michael. You are full of... I'm trying to get monetized. You are full of dog poop. Long story short, we had an argument and I ended up canceling dinner and going home. Michael called several times. Then when I picked up, he was lashing out the entire time saying that I overreacted and that I cannot blame him and punish him for something his dog did. Michael, I will fight you and your dog. I do not care. He advised me to get rid of the toxic sensitivity I have and deal with whatever insecurity I have as soon as possible because what happened will set the tone for our relationship and eventually our marriage later.
What the hell?
Michael, you have officially lost your freaking mind. Why would I marry someone who's indirectly calling me ugly through their dog? Why would I marry someone that truly is convinced that their dog talks to them? I am so good, Michael. Honestly, good luck ever finding someone to marry you. Maybe you can marry your dog. I did respond later, which caused another argument. My sister said I messed things up with my stupidity and that I should have laughed it off, but for some reason I wasn't able to. Did I overreact here? Absolutely not. You are not not the a-hole. Michael is the a-hole, not even Michael's dog, because let's be honest, it ain't Michael's dog. This isn't Scooby-Doo. He's not talking to his dog. Michael is full of crap. And honestly, the sister's the a-hole too, because how are you gonna stand here and let a man call me ugly through his dog and tell me that I was being stupid and I should have let him do that? No, you're such a pick-me girl. Bye. The best part is he called later, so you're thinking, oh my gosh, Michael called. He's gonna apologize to me and be like, sorry, it was a joke. But no, he continued to sit there and apologize for his dog being insulting. Man couldn't even own up and be like, yeah, it was me calling you ugly. It's my dog. He genuinely believes his dog is talking to him. What's that? Oh, I think I can hear my cat Coco. Yeah, she's telling me that Michael's a psycho. Cool, on to the next story. Am I the a-hole for crying at dinner on purpose to embarrass my dad and brother? I really like where this is going. I know the title sounds ridiculous, but there's context. I would hope so. I'm currently in high school and I live with my dad and my brother. My mom's not in the picture anymore. While I'm not very close with my father, he's not a bad dad. He's just a little old-fashioned, so he's closer to my brother. They have the same hobbies, etc. Anytime someone says their dad is old-fashioned, that just makes me think, okay, cool, so your dad is sexist, he's homophobic, he's racist. That's just automatically where my head goes. On to the problem. I don't know how it started, but for the past couple of months, both my dad and my brother will start teasing me about that time of the month. Anytime I even get remotely irritated or upset at them. For example, my brother ate a snack of mine that I was saving, and when I got mad, he just joked, oh no, is it that time again? In a super annoying voice.
No.
Listen, bro. Let's say you went out to dinner. You got some really expensive lobster and you didn't eat it all, so you put it in the fridge to eat later. You were really looking forward to that leftover lobster for the entire day. It's all you could think about. You skipped lunch just because you're like, no, I'm gonna eat that lobster and let it fill me up. You get home, open the fridge, ready to finally eat that food you've been thinking about all day, and someone else ate it. You gonna be pissed or are you gonna be okay with it? I'm just saying. I've kept trying to tell them separately and together that it's really annoying and offensive, and I feel like they're totally minimizing how I feel about things. I feel I had valid reasons for being annoyed about. They just brush off even more and chalk it up to my period no matter what time of the month it is. Well, yesterday we had dinner with my whole family on my dad's side for my aunt's birthday. Before the dinner, I got in a huge fight with my brother because he broke my iPad, and instead of apologizing, he just said the whole time of the month thing. I can admit that by the time we got to my grandma's house, I was pretty pissed. You're telling me you're gonna break my iPad, Apple product, super expensive, you broke it. I'm upset, but it's because of my period. Oh honey, go break his phone, go break whatever he holds close to his heart, and when he gets upset, tell him, dang, it must be your time of the month. I didn't know you could get one of those. My cousin asked me what was wrong during dinner, and before I could explain, my brother interrupted with, oh, it's just lady problems. They are so lucky I'm not in this family, because I would have started some real lady problems. Oh my god. If they keep telling you it's your period, then make it your period. So like if they keep ratting you about being that time of the month, you go and just bleed on everything they love and be like, yeah, sorry, it's that time of the month. How about those apples instead? I usually just ignore him or hold things in, but I've had enough and just started bawling. I can admit that I kind of went ham on purpose to cause a scene, and it freaked my whole family out. You go, sis. I love that for you. My aunt asked my dad why I was so upset, and when he didn't know, I told my aunt, it's just lady reasons according to my dad and brother. My aunt and grandma were pissed at my dad and brother, and they totally got reamed at the dinner table. It was a whole thing, and I could tell they were super embarrassed. Later that night, my brother and dad said I was an a-hole for causing a scene and embarrassing them, but I said I was just acting like how they always say I do. I guess I didn't have to do it during dinner, but it wasn't like I had planned it. Absolutely not the a-hole. It's so funny that dad and bro are calling you the a-hole when they've been the a-hole the entire time. So no, you are not the a-hole just for giving someone back the energy they were feeding you. Like they're over here saying, it's your period, it's your period, it's your period. Okay, it's my period. I'll act a little bit psycho and a little bit crazy because you keep blaming it on that. So okay, I will feed into it. The fact that they're being super sexist and super demeaning and condescending, which remember when she was like, yeah, my dad and my brother are like similar. My dad's kind of like old fashioned. Yes, your dad's sexist. Brother's the same. Aside from that though, it's really funny because you're the child here. This person is literally in high school. They are a child. Their dad is a grown adult. Nah, they got what they were asking for. No remorse. Am I the a-hole for massaging my leg in front of my friend's boyfriend and refusing to apologize? Oh lordy. It doesn't even sound bad. It sounds like something so minuscule turned bad, but okay. I let my friend and her boyfriend stay with me on Friday night because they were in the city to see a play, and by the time it finished, it'd already be late and they'd have a long drive home, so they were planning to get a hotel room or an Airbnb, but I told them they could use my guest bedroom, and when they got back from the play, we got takeout. In my opinion, it was a good time catching up with my friend and getting to know her boyfriend. There was only one period, and it's at the end of the sentence, and listen, I'm not an English teacher, but holy crap, girl, if I had read that without actually pausing, it would have been like, I let my friend and her boyfriend stay with me on Friday night because they were in the city to see a play, and by the time it finished, it'd already be late and they'd have a long drive home, so, and just keep going. Periods, they're so important, y'all. Punctuation matters. After eating, we chilled out to Netflix for a bit, and at this point, my leg began to have a flare-up. I was in an accident as a teenager, which left me with a messed up leg, so during a long day, or even just randomly, it could be left in horrible pain. This is something all my friends are aware of, as it's just a part of my life that I have to consider whenever I make plans. I just rolled my jean leg up to my knee as I sat on the sofa and massaged the leg and scar tissue to try and ease the pain as we watched The Sandman. I didn't think any of it until today. My friend told me she hadn't appreciated me showing off my leg in front of her boyfriend and massaging it. Girl, what? I asked her what she meant, and she seemed to be under the impression that I'd done it to try and catch his eye, which I laughed at as I was so shocked, and I asked her how a lot of scar tissue was meant to catch his eye and reminded her I have leg flare-ups and I'd been just trying to ease it. And when she asked me why I hadn't gone into my room to do that, I told her because it's my apartment and we've been watching something. It's not like I took my jeans off, I rolled the leg up. She rolled her jeans up to her knees, not up to her thighs, not all the way up to make it look like she was wearing bikini bottoms or in her underwear, up to her knees, just massaging a bunch of scar tissue. Yo. Look, this is my leg. You see this right here? I have a gigantic scar. So honestly, I weirdly relate to this girl. I know exactly what she's talking about. Sometimes my scar hurts like crazy and I have to sit there and massage it. God forbid I roll up my jeans to show a little bit of knee. Maybe not even knee. Maybe she literally rolled it up to her knees and her knee's not even showing. God forbid I do that and massage it in the comfort of my own apartment. But this girl thinks I want her crusty man. I don't want your man. I want my leg to be pain-free. Thank you. She wouldn't back down and demanded I apologize, and when I told her I had nothing to apologize for, and if it had made her that uncomfortable, she could have just gone into the guest room with him. After that, she ended the call. My friend has always been a bit insecure in her relationship, so maybe I should have been more thoughtful, but doing that is by far the least sexiest thing I could have done. It never even crossed my mind that it may upset her at the time, and when I learned I did it, she did seem certain I'd done it on purpose, then demanded an apology, which made me less inclined to give one. I honestly don't think that I did anything I should apologize for, but maybe I'm being too stubborn right now. Against this, punctuation. Aside from that, not the a-hole. I would say it's the friend. You can't blame your insecurities on other people. Like, this girl's friend wasn't trying to get at her man, but her own insecurities made her think her friend was trying to get at her man. So honestly, like, work on yourself first, sis, before you go pointing fingers. I can imagine what she'd do if I showed my elbow or I showed some shoulder around this man. Oh my gosh, this is literally like those teachers that dress code you for showing a little shoulder. It is literally the most unflattering part of my body, but like, okay, you do use this. The friend is a little bit of the a-hole because her friend offered her a place to stay and she was like, how are you gonna do that in front of my man? First of all, it's my house. I do what I want in my house. I'm not even being indecent. So second of all, you could have just gotten a hotel down the road, but okay. Am I the a-hole for ignoring some of my wife's family at our wedding because they excluded me prior to our marriage? Already, I know my answer, but alas, we're still gonna read it. My wife, Kim, 36 female, and I, 33 male, just got married, but we have been together for 7 years. We've been engaged the past 3 years. I've met a lot of her family during our relationship, with the exception of her parents and one aunt. The rest have been polite, but aloof when I've seen them. Her parents and aunt have always been very nice, warm, and welcoming, and treated me like family once it became clear we were serious about each other. That's like my first red flag right there. Like, you should be warm, welcoming, and nice to anyone, regardless if it's your daughter's, niece's, whatever's fling, or long-term partner, or co-worker, or best friend, or just some person they found on the street. Bottom line is you should just be nice to someone. You don't need a reason to be nice to someone. So already, I don't like that. The first couple years, it didn't bother me. What did start to bother me was when we were living together and engaged, and holiday cards would be sent and they'd be addressed only to Kim, whereas her brothers and sisters' cards were addressed to her siblings and their spouses. sizzle. Are we starting beef during the holidays? No, I would not play well. Her parents had invited me to some outings with the family only to have the invitation rescinded because aunts, uncles, cousins didn't want non-family members there. Kim would get invited to birthday parties or cookouts and I wouldn't be. And that's fair enough since it was their parties and they get to pick their guests. The only times I've had to interact with them was at things hosted by Kim, her parents, or the good aunt. This guy has been with his wife for 7 years and you're not inviting me to stuff? Whether I'm legally in the family or not, I'm practically a part of it. But I get the argument of, you know, their party, they pick and choose. But this definitely feels like kindergarten bullying. Like, you know when you don't get invited to the party in kindergarten, their party, but you're still butthurt? This is what this feels like. This is some weird type of like family bullying almost in my opinion, but maybe that's just me. The straw that broke the camel's back for me was last year. My mother-in-law sadly passed away. Come the funeral, I was not allowed to sit with Kim. Holy crap, are you kidding me? When the surviving family members were read aloud, I was not listed, yet her sister's new husband she had been with less than 2 years was, and other new additions that had been around less time than I have, and they were seated in the family section. I didn't say anything about it, but afterwards, Kim asked if she had heard right or if I had been left off the list. We visited her dad that night and he apologized to us. He let his 2 sisters handle all the arrangements for the funeral and they had made the list, and the reason was that I wasn't family since Kim and I weren't married. That is such a crappy reason, and this sounds so like 1950s housewife. So you're telling me I've been together with this girl for 7 years, but I'm not a part of the family, but Billy Joe that joined the family not even less than a year ago is part of the family just because they're legally married? No, absolutely not. That's some bullcrap. First of all, there is no rush to get married, and they could take their sweet time to get married if they wanted to or not. They could get married in a year, they could get married in 10 years, it doesn't matter. Homeboy's still part of the family because he's been around for years is the point. That's really messed up, and I'm not gonna lie though, I'm starting to feel some type of way towards Kim. If I was Kim, I would be starting problems with my family left and right. How are we gonna alienate my boyfriend, my partner, my soon-to-be husband or already is husband from holiday cards, from birthday parties, from events, from my own mother's funeral? If my mother passed and I have to sit with the family, I want my partner right there next to me comforting me. What the hell is that? We didn't raise a stink about it and just let it be. Now we recently had our wedding and it was great. I'm stoked to finally be married to the woman I love. When we were making our guest list, Kim asked about her family members that had always been aloof to me. I told her she wanted to invite them, I'd support her in that, but that I wouldn't interact with them. Fair. Why would he? She wanted to keep the peace, so she invited them. No. See, that's the problem, Kim. You want to keep the peace, but you also want to let your family walk all over your man. I would have been like, screw the peace. You're not coming to my wedding. When have they ever supported my relationship? But okay. At the reception, it was like a switch had flipped in them. They were bubbly, friendly, and kept trying to hug me and welcome me to the family. He's been in the family for the last 7 years. Where have you been? But I ignored them in favor for talking to friends and family. Good for you. At one point, the aunts cornered Kim and I when we were going around thanking people for coming and asked Kim why she married a prick. Absolutely not. Kim. How are you gonna let your family talk to you and your man like that at your wedding of all places? No, this is when I literally would have thrown 2 punches to my aunts. I told them I just don't want anything to do with people who basically ignored me until we were married, and Kim agreed with me. Oh, so finally Kim opened her mouth. They gossiped about it some more the rest of the evening and some days after on Facebook posts. Initially, I didn't think I was doing anything wrong, but I do feel bad that it affected Kim too. Am I the a-hole? Absolutely not. Officially deciding Kim is the a-hole. Kim, you suck. How are you not gonna defend your man? How are you not gonna call your family out for completely alienating, bullying, and making your man feel bad? And then they have the balls to call him the prick at his wedding, because it's not just Kim's wedding, it's her man's wedding too. Kim, you don't deserve him. Sorry, not sorry. Wow, I'm getting so worked up reading these posts. Let's do one more. Let's do a quickie. Here's another wedding one for old time's sake, even though this is literally just a news series, whatever. I am 34, male, and not fond of my brother's wife, 23, female. Great start. Even before the wedding planning started, the overall vibe was just weird. She's very demanding of my little brother. She tried to insert herself into our family very quickly. They were only together for 8 months before they got engaged. Jeez. I do my best to play nice for my brother's sake. I agreed to be one of his best men, but expressed my concerns to him both before and after I accepted. I mean, honestly, I would be very concerned too if someone I knew was getting married after 8 months. I guess when you know, but you could also wait. I mean, Maybe that's just me, whatever. Their wedding was today. It was a very pretty ceremony and I made it through without much incident. My husband and our 6-month-old were there as guests and I was looking forward to spending time with them following the ceremony. Neither myself nor my husband were drinking more than 1 glass of champagne since our son was there, but there was an open bar. My brother's wife was already at least tipsy by the time the first dances picked up. I mean, listen, if it's my wedding and I got an open bar, I'ma drink too. After the usual dances, she came over to where my husband and I were seated and held out her arms for our son. She said she wanted to have a first dance with him. It was a cute gesture, but I smiled and politely declined. She and I don't have much of a relationship outside of your usual pleasantries, and I don't feel comfortable with her holding my son. She tried again, and my husband stepped in and told her a stern no since she didn't accept the first one. She kind of laughed things off and went on without an incident after that. The event wrapped up about an hour ago, and I have since received some pretty scathing, don't know English right now, text from my brother saying that I totally embarrassed his wife at her wedding and that she's very upset. Am I the a-hole? If it's my kid and I say no, it's a no. And that's that. So no, you are not the a-hole. And that's like the easiest answer I could have given throughout this entire video and reading all these posts. If there's one thing to definitely be extremely stern about and say no, it's someone's kids. I think the bride embarrassed herself by asking again and not knowing and understanding that no means no. So you literally were told no and then you were pissed that they told you no. But I digress. That was fun. I kind of like this. I feel like a judge. Like I got my gavel over and I'm like, you are not the a-hole. Truly amazing. I do love Reddit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Actually, I should have mentioned this earlier. I want you to comment down if the poster is the a-hole or not the a-hole. So basically kind of judge these along with me. I had a very fun time doing this. I would love to do it again. So if you'd love to see me do it again, let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up. Now shout out of the day goes to Anne Marie on Instagram. Thank you so much. If you'd like to be shout out of the day, just follow me on my Instagram and stay active. And of course, you can also follow me on my Twitter and my TikToks. You have a say in my videos, you get a chance to be in them, and you get a bunch more bonus content. If you want to see more, make sure you're subscribed and turn those post notifications on. And if I should turn this into a series, let your girl know. And listen, not to toot my own horn, I love this setup. I feel so fancy and professional. We love to see it. Wow. Do you like it? I hope you do. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.